Assalamu alaikum children. Welcome to class 8 biology. Children, we had already completed the chapter number 8 of our textbook, that is the cell structure and function. Now today we are going to discuss about the textbook exercise of this chapter. So let's start is chapter number 8, cell structure and function. So the first question is about the indicate whether the following statements are true or false. The first statement is unicellular organism have one celled body. So children definitely the unicellular means those organisms those who having the one cell body or those who having the one cell present inside their body. So first statement is true. Second one, muscle cells are branched. So this is also the true statement. Muscle cells are branched also and unbranched also. So on the basis of that we can say that this statement is true. The third is the basic living unit of an organism is an organ. The basic unit is an organ. This statement is false, children. And why is it so? Because the basic unit of a life is cell, not the organ. So that is why this statement is false. The next is amoeba has an irregular shape, means amoeba is an organism which do not have any kind of shape, and that is the very true statement, children, that amoeba has an irregular shape. Now moving to the question number 2. Make a sketch of the human nerve cell and what function do nerve cell perform. So children, this is the sketch of the human nerve cell. You can see there are the different parts. This part is called as the cell body of the nerve cell. The middle part is known as the axon. The last part is called as the nerve ending, and this upper part is called as the dendrites. So this is the diagram or sketch of the human nerve cell, and let's discuss the function of the nerve cell. So the function of the nerve cell is to receive and transfer messages. Nerve cells receive messages also and it transfers messages also, and due to this receive and transferring messages, we can make it helps in the control and coordination of the working of the different parts of the body. For example, walking, running, cycling, then writing. These all the functions are done because of the nerve cells. Now the question number 3. Write short notes on the following. The first one is cytoplasm and second is nucleus of the cell. So children, cytoplasm, what is cytoplasm? So it is jelly-like fluid present between the plasma membrane and the nucleus inside the cell. Cell having one liquidy material, fluid material, which is called as the cytoplasm. Right? Cytoplasm is the area, or we can say it is a place where different organelles are present and performing their chemical activities. Organelles like mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, lysosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, such organelles are present inside the cytoplasm. Now nucleus. So nucleus, we can say it is a spherical body and mostly present inside the center of the cell. It is located at the center of the cell and it is separated from the cytoplasm by the membrane called nuclear membrane, which contains genetic material, for example chromosomes or chromatin, that genetic material which inherit the characteristics from parents to offspring. Right? Okay. The next question, question number 4, which part of the cell contains organelles? So now only we had discussed, children, that the cytoplasm is the part which having all the different organelles. Next question, make sketches of animal and plant cell and state 3 differences between them. So this is the image from your textbook, children. This one is the plant cell and this is the animal cell. So you can see the first difference in the figure only, children. Vacuole, the very first difference, you can see the vacuole is in very big size in the plant cell, whereas vacuole is very small in the animal cell. If we are going to discuss the second difference, then second difference is about the cell wall. You can see, children, that plant cell has the cell wall, whereas animal cells do not have any kind of cell wall, right? Then after, if we are going to discuss about the third is chloroplast. Chloroplast is, yes, it is here, chloroplast, right? So chloroplast is present in plant cell, but you cannot see any kind of chloroplast in the animal cell. So these are the three differences. First one is cell wall, that cell wall is present in plant cell but it is absent in animal cell. Second is about the vacuole. Cell vacuoles are large in size in plant cell but they are absent in animal cell. And the third one is about the chloroplast, that chloroplast organelle is present in the plant cell but it is absent in the animal cell. Okay. Now next move, these are the differences, children, that we had now discussed only. Okay, question number 6. State the differences between eukaryotes and prokaryotes. So let's see the differences. Eukaryotes possess membrane-bound organelles. Means whatever the organelles are present inside eukaryotic organism, all the organelles having the membrane, means having the outer layer, having the outer covering. Whereas prokaryote lack membrane-bound organelles. Means prokaryotic organism के organelles के पास कोई membrane, कोई layer नहीं होता है. The nucleus of the cell has nuclear membrane. That is why they are called as eukaryotic organisms, right? Whereas in prokaryotic organism, nucleus is not bounded by the membrane. Whatever the genetic material is present inside an organism, it is freely moving inside the cell. It does not be there in one particular membrane. For example, bacteria and blue-green algae. Now moving to the question number 7. Where are chromosomes found in a cell and state their function? So children, where are the chromosomes found? So chromosomes are found inside the nucleus of the cell, right? And what is the function of the chromosomes? So chromosomes carry genes on them and transfer the character from parents to the next generation. Whatever the characteristics are inherited by from the parents to their children, they are all set on the genes which are present on the chromosomes. Moving to the next question, question number 8. Cells are the basic structural unit of living organisms. Explain. So we know that, children, an organism's body is made up with a different organ system. Different organ systems are made up with different organs. For example, if we are going to take an example of digestive system, so it is made up with the mouth, stomach, esophagus, small intestine, large intestine. All these organs are made up with tissues, and lastly the tissues are the group of cells, so they are made up with the cells. So if we are going to going in detail, we know that organism is lastly made up with the cell. So definitely cells are the basic structural unit of the living organism. Next question. Why chloroplasts are found only in plant cell? So it is the very simple answer, children, that plants have to make their own food. And for making their own food, they have to do the process of photosynthesis. And photosynthesis is only possible when chlorophyll is present. If chlorophyll is not there, plant cannot perform the process of photosynthesis. So chlorophyll is present inside the chloroplast, and that is why plants having the chloroplast. And if we are going to talk about the animals, so animals are not making their food with their own. They are consuming their food from outside. So they do not need any kind of chloroplast. The last question, that is complete the crossword with the help of clues given below. The first is, this is necessary for photosynthesis. So now only we had discussed, children, that it is the chlorophyll. The term for component present in the cytoplasm. So cytoplasm के अंदर जो present होते हैं, they are called as organelle. They are called as organelle. The living substance in the cell that is called as cytoplasm or protoplasm, right? The next is unit of inheritance present on the chromosome, so that is genes. Let me search the answer. Yes, they are the genes having the characteristics present inside them. Okay, now the name of the green plastid, so it is the chloroplast, formed by collection of tissues, so organ. Now only we had discussed, no, that cells are formed together to form tissues and tissues form together to form organs. It separates the content of the cell from the surrounding medium. So what will be the answer? So it separates a cell from the surrounding medium. Okay, so it is the membrane. Either it is the plasma membrane or it is the cell wall, right? An empty structure in the cytoplasm, it is vacuole, and a group of cell is known as the tissue. So I hope all the answers of the textbook exercise are clear to you, children. I have sent this in the form of PDF in your on your group. So please write it down into your regular notebooks.